We're at Kohler High School where tonight Sheboygan Lutheran Kohler Christian takes on Random Lake. Hello everybody, alongside the coach Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, Lutheran Kohler Christian has reinvigorated the program. They're up after being down a couple years. The season is not going well. They're 0-4. They play a tough Random Lake team tonight that's 3-1. What does the Sheboygan team, Sheboygan Kohler Christian, need to do to win?
Basically, I think they have to take care of the ball, and they're going to have to find different ways to score. You're talking about a Random Lake team that's come in tonight with 4 games. They've only allowed 40 points on the year. That's 10 points a game. And, you know, they are 3-1. They lost to a really tough Fond du Lac Winnebago Lutheran team. So they're going to have to figure out ways to score, which they've done all year. But, again, they're going to have to do that, and they're going to have to somehow create turnovers or something on the other end of the Rams.
One of the things I found interesting when talking to the fellas up in the booth is that both teams want their defense introduced. Sheboygan Kohler has had real good offense. You know, they've put points on the board. They're averaging 25 points a game. It's the defense that's causing the issues.
Yeah, they're giving up 56 points a game, but one was last week 78 points. I don't know how any team, I don't care, Cedar Grove, Belgium, you gave up allowed 78 points for your team to score. In high school, that just, to me, gets a little bit obnoxious. So one's a little scared a little bit, so we'll see what happens with the defense. Yeah, there's no question we could probably talk about it all night. Can they stop them? It almost sounds like the south side of Sheboygan, you know, a team that allowing big plays and things like that. For Sheboygan Lutheran Christian, they're definitely going to have to turn it up on defense if they're going to win any ball games this year.
I thought instead of turning it up on defense, and I'm serious about this, turning it up on offense, control the ball, you know, try to keep the time of possession really high, limit the opportunities for Random Lake. And then the other thing, of course, you saw that last week in the North game, turnovers will kill you.
Yeah, and let's hope that we do cause some turnovers. Yeah, speaking of Sheboygan Lutheran Kohler, like Marty said, they are scoring some points. The problem is they throw a lot. Eric Bauer comes in the state with the 21st highest yards per game, so they do throw the ball around a little bit, which takes away from that time of possession situation. So, you know, hopefully they're going to have to connect on some big plays tonight for that to happen. So let's just see what anything we were saying before. Anything happens out here. We see a lot of kickoff returns and goofy things happen. I'm waiting to see what's goofy tonight.
You just took my next line, buddy. You know, we're hoping for another kickoff return because I think of the last 4 times we've been out here, we've saw 3 of them. So with that, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the defenses introduced, and then we'll get the kickoff for tonight's fall game.
I tell people I have 3 kids, one of them's adopted, I just don't know which one.
I can't imagine having to be in a birth mother's position to make that choice.
You know, I was kind of just asking her, you know, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? And she looked at me and she said, because you can give my son a life that I could not.
We always tell her thank you. He is such a blessing to us.
Every day is just a ray of sunshine from him. So we're Chanda and Brian, and we chose adoption.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm super excited to introduce my dad because he's my hero. When I was little, he was doing this really important work, driving ambulances in Iraq. Now he's home, and he's still a hero because he tells the ambulances where to go when there's an emergency. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. He's my dad.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Volk Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
The National Parkinson Foundation invites you to Moving Day.
Moving Day!
Are you ready to move? Walk, cheer, yay! Dance, stretch, laugh, and shout. Whatever it takes to beat Parkinson's.
Let's defeat Parkinson's.
Remember, people who move change the world. It's a new day for Parkinson's. Make your move today.
Simple moments are what make every day count.
Next
What a day. We need to get outside.
But, honey, I think there's a game on somewhere.
Well, I know another game we can play.
Golf? You and me?
I'm ready to learn, and I found a great deal on lessons.
Okay, game on.
I think I can take it.
Now you can learn to play golf, starting with one great deal. 5 lessons from a PGA or LPGA instructor, starting at only $99. Get the details at getgolfready.com. Get ready to play.
Parents sure have their hands full, and they could use an extra hand. Now, every state offers free or low-cost health insurance for your sports hero or budding artist. Kids up to age 19 can get checkups, doctor and dentist visits, hospital care, prescriptions, and more. Your child may qualify based on your family size and income. It's one less thing to worry about. Call or go online for more information.
Scott, we have no picture
Good
in
evening,
here.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Evan Field and Kohler for tonight's Central Lakeshore Conference game between the Random Lake Rams and your Lutheran Kohler Christian Crusaders. It's homecoming week for Lutheran, Kohler, and Christian. We've had an exciting week at the schools with pep rallies, class contests, and events. At halftime, we'll meet the members of the homecoming courts for the schools. Tonight, we also say a special welcome to the players, coaches, and fans from Random Lake. At this time, please rise and join me in a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to play this contest this evening. Thank you for bringing the players and fans from Random Lake here safely. Lord, we ask that you keep both teams free from injury. We ask that our actions and words on the field and in the stands be to your glory. We pray in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus. Amen. To honor America and those defending our freedom, please remain standing. Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for our national anthem, performed this evening by Kohler High School junior Hannah Cantrell.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job on the national anthem by that young lady. And now for the introduction of the teams.
And now let's meet the starters for tonight's game. First, for the Random Lake Rams, their starting defense. Senior number 84, Andy Fechter. Senior number 76, Chris Lewis. Senior number 72, Nick Klein. Senior number 66, Reed Anklam. Freshman number 20, Ben Grensky. Senior number 33, Adam Rissy. Senior number 40, Jesse Verbatic. Sophomore number 10, Eric Holman. Junior number 30, Nick Hornick. Senior number 27, Jacob Bean. And a senior number 80, Trent Gottsucker. Rams are coached by Chris Bickler, assisted by Ron Schistler, Tom Hagel, Leon Schneider, and Nathan Ernest.
Bit of a down year last year for Random Lake. They only finished 4-4. Now for the Lutheran Kohler Christian starting defense.
Your defensive starters for this evening's contest. A sophomore wearing number 79, Lucas Westman. Sophomore number 64, Michael Beck. A junior number 56, Nabil Corrigan. A junior number 50, Brian Gronstadt. A senior number 68, Cody Wentz. A sophomore number 7, Sam Frang. Sophomore number 30, Alex Tim. Senior number 55, Zach Neal. Sophomore number 4, Michael Horowitz. A junior number 22, Caleb Kelly. And a senior number 6, Brett Miller. The seniors are coached by Matt Savana, assisted by Al Holzheimer, Scott Sylvester, Steve Miller, Grant Stewart, and Brad Eckman.
Matt Zavada, the head coach for Sheboygan Lutheran, and Chris Bickler is the head coach for Random Lake. He mentioned Lutheran Kohler Christian comes in 0-4, but they are averaging 25.5 points per game. One of the defensive starters, Caleb Kelly, is the leading rusher on the team. He's got 63 carries for 339 yards. And we will get a look at the Lutheran Kohler Christian defense right away as they are going to kick off. Eric Holman, one of the deep backs for the Rams of Random Lake. And Zach Sanfilippo on the other side. Doing the kickoff chores is Brian Cronstead. A little fake kickoff there. Now they get into their regular setup. Onside kick. Kick is recovered by Random Lake right at the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams.
Kick is covered on the play by 76 Lewis. 1st and 10 Rams from their own 40.
Scott Bailoff up here getting our monitor worked out. 1st and 10.
Just going to say, unless you're scared of a big return, why would you give them a short field? But see what happens.
Handoff, pretty good carry that time by Horning. He picks up about 6 yards.
Horning comes into the game averaging 95 yards per game on the ground. Sanfilippo is their leading attacker. He comes in at 104 yards per game. Here comes the Rams.
2 wide receivers off to the left. In the slot is Zach Brodek. Second back through. Dragging tacklers gets up near the 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. Horning on the carry again.
Randy Deppies is their quarterback, but he's only thrown it 29 times all year. So I think you're going to see a lot of time on the ground for the Rams, and it's up to Sheboygan Lutheran Christian to stop it.
Horning the deep back. It's 3rd and less than 1. Fullback up the middle. He's got the first down before he's pushed back. On the carry was Jesse Verbonik.
He's averaging 21 yards per game.
Gain of 3 on the play. 1st and 10 Rams from the Crusader 48.
Coach Bickler's been there for 16 years, 93 and 63. Let's make it 96 and 63.
There you go. Fake handoff, little out to the tight end, and a good catch and run before he's knocked out of bounds. Andy Fetcher.
They list him at 6'5", 190, and when you're talking 6'5" at I don't care what division, that's a tall guy.
Yep, he's a big kid. Down to the 31, give him a gain of 16. 1st and 10, Random Lake. Inside handoff to the fullback, and he's going to get hit for a loss. Good gang tackling that time. I think it might have been Alex Tim.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 from the 35.
Loss of 4.
I think you're right. I think that was Tim that stood him up. Force a 2nd and long.
Maybe forced into the passing game, Chris. This could play into Sheboygan Lutheran Kohler Christian. Good rush. Filippo hit as he delivers the ball, but it is complete, and we get a flag at the end of the play. Again, the catch was made by Fetcher. Down to the 20, it's a 15-yarder.
Here's see the replay. Curious what the penalty is.
Happened at the very end.
Regardless on the revert. I don't agree with that at all. That's a big guy trying to get down, and the guy was coming on, kind of jumped at. That wasn't that bad.
It's going to be 1st and goal, it looks like.
That was not that bad of a situation. Wasn't that late.
Ball will be placed at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Rams.
Now, big play penalty helped in that regard. Horning the deep back. He gets the handoff right up the middle and gets knocked down at the 5. Sheboygan Kohler thought they had a fumble, but that's not the case.
Got half of it there. Here you'll see it, Marty. Watch. There he's going down. I mean, come on. So
didn't hit him in the helmet.
Led with the shoulder. I was a little surprised Random threw on that previous play. Thought they'd get half on running, but
Horning again. He's
trying to
close,
get to the end
but
zone.
I don't think he got in.
Horning on the carry. Taylor Zestro leads the Crusader defenders on the spot.
Pick up a 4 on that play, makes it 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Horning again, and he's in. Nice sustained drive by the Rams nets them a touchdown.
Horning with his 4th touchdown of the year gives the Rams an early lead.
$60-yard drive on 9 plays. In to attempt the extra point is Eric Holman. Kick is up and good. Makes the score 7-0. Random Lake with 7:37 remaining in the first quarter.
Our daughter might be drinking or taking something else. We can't talk with her about it. She keeps everything secret. But when I pretend everything is okay, I'm keeping secrets too. My therapist suggested Al-Anon family groups. It was helpful to hear what other parents said. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
WSCS Sheboygan.com.
Random Lake getting ready to kick it off. Back deep for Sheboygan Kohler is Michael Horowitz. And Miller, I believe it is. Kick by Rissy. Reverse. They got one man to beat out here, and it's a good block. He's around the corner. He gets by. Chris, we're going to see another kickoff return for a touchdown. All right.
Are you kidding? How about that?
Brett Miller on the return. Let's get a look at that one, Scott. Here you see it taken at about the 14-yard line. So 96-yard return. Pardon me, 86. Extra point is blocked. So with 7:22 remaining in the first quarter, Random still on top, but now it's 7-6.
Getting out of the military, I was missing this camaraderie.
It's frustrating when you try and talk to people that don't understand.
I still had the anger, I still had the addictions, but we didn't talk about that.
Came to a point where it's like, okay, I really need to talk to somebody about this.
Family more or less encouraged me, go to the VA.
It's okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to people because it takes true strength to ask for help.
Hear veterans' real stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
Back at Kohler High School. Well, we talked, or I said they should control the ball. Kickoff return for a touchdown took about 8 seconds. Well, if you're Random Lake, you always got to be aware of that little fake on the kickoff. Another pooch kick, and Random falls on it at the 36.
Another kickoff return, Marty. Every time we're out here, it seems, and we've been out here quite a bit. Unfortunately, last year we did not come out here because they did not have a team.
All right, see if the defense can step up for the Crusaders. Crusader, Bomber, Eagles. Horning. Good gang tackling that time. He didn't get much. Getting off the bottom of the pile is number 72, Ben Andringa.
You know what's kind of weird? I was looking at the Random Lake preview in the Sheboygan Press, and they said the Rams lost 10 of their 11 first-teamers, second-teamers, and they were 1-3. But when you only have 4 teams, so you can brag you're all conference.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people in this conference makes all league just because there's not enough teams and a pick.
Sanfilippo's pass was tipped and almost making the interception. I believe that was Eric Bauer.
You know, I said you got to make plays like that. You got to make those and convert them into TDs. You're 0-4, you need some breaks.
3rd down and 7. That would have gone for a pick 6. Wide receivers left and right. Sanfilippo ducks under center.
Woo!
And spun down. Not much of a gain there. That
Nice
was Brandon
tackle.
Deppes, by the way. I've been calling the wrong quarterback. Brandon Deppes.
Yeah, Deppes. A lot of Deppeses have been in Random Lake and Port Washington.
Horowitz and Miller back deep to receive the punt. From Hornick.
I don't know if Kohler Lutheran Christian has practiced a lot of punt returns this year, Marty.
No, you're right. Kick is away, a line drive kick. Making the catch and the return was Horowitz, and he slips by a tackler and gets it up into Random Lake territory at about the 47.
That was a line drive.
Ball be marked at the Ram 47, 1st and 10 Crusaders.
First time we get to see the offense, Marty?
Yep. Ducking under center is Eric Bauer. Handoff and a good run. Caleb Kelly with the nice run.
He's their leading rusher. He's averaging 84 yards a game. He also has 11 catches out of the backfield. Bauer, as we mentioned, one of the best in the state, number 21 in yards.
Inside handoff to the fullback. He may have fallen forward for the first down.
Gonna be close.
Alex Tim. Some guys have the ability when they get hit to keep the legs churning. Alex didn't do that time. It's going to be a no gainer, 3rd and 1. Bauer keeps it, and he's got the first down.
Very good decision. When you come up to the line as a quarterback there, you should see the defense and see what holes you can go to. And obviously you saw one in the seam there of the Rams and got the first down. We're down to 4:28 here in the first quarter.
First and 10 for the Crusaders. Andrew Bryce wide to the right. Kelly, the deep back, he gets the handoff, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a gain of 2.
Receive line on the stop. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 to the 33.
Well, we talked about how much he throws. He hasn't thrown one yet, Marty.
Yeah, but it's their only first possession.
Going with your idea here.
Keep that clock running. Going deep.
Wow.
He's got a good arm. He's got a man out there, and he makes the catch. Michael Horowitz, touchdown from Eric Bauer.
Horowitz, 21st catch of the year, is a touchdown, his 4th. He's 14th in the state in catches, 35th in yards. And there you saw Bauer has a good arm.
Yeah, he can wheel it. Crusaders up 12-7. Let's see if they go for 2 or for 1. They're going for 2. Horowitz late to the huddle. Give it off to Kelly. He's in for the extra point. 14-7, 3:30 left in the first.
Going to school pregnant, riding the bus, that was hard. You just have all the stares and you have all the questions. When you get pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. Abortion, adoption, keeping him. When you're 15 and pregnant, you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
Back at Kohler High School, where the Crusaders have just scored on a 33-yard touchdown pass. Bauer to Horowitz. Another short kick. Oh, they're getting a little closer.
They may get it.
They blow the whistle. There's a scramble over there, and Lutheran Kohler Christian has it.
Well, I know Chris Bickler's been around for 16 years, but if you're Kohler Lutheran's going to keep doing this, why don't you have all your guys up? You're just asking for trouble. Should have your hands team out there automatically. Now it just did. Turnover, number 1.
Crusaders have it at the 40, a short field. Kelly, the second back through, he's got an opening. Good tackle made, but he does pick up 5 or 6 yards. On the stop was Trent Gutsucker. And slow to get up is Ben Drensky.
Did he break his neck?
It's just a freshman. There's got to remember in these small schools, there's lots of freshmen that play. But he's a big kid. 6'1", 210. I was never 6'1".
Or 210. Well, you might be getting close.
I want to get to 210.
Kelly, the deep back. Pitch out to him on a sweep to the left. We got a flag. It'll probably be a holding. He's got the first down. Now let's check the flag. I thought that was a good play call, Chris, because they've been running so much inside the tackles. Catch Random Lake pinching in.
Well, that call came right as Chris Bickler's in the ear of the official.
That's on the Crusaders.
I didn't see a hold at all, Marty. I was even watching for one before they even tossed it. Because it opened up so well, as you said.
Right, yeah, he got the corner. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Horowitz wide to the right. Hand off to Kelly. He's got some, he's going to pick up over half of that.
Hey,
he gets it down close to the 35-yard line.
Well, that time he kept his legs grinding, Marty.
Yep. Well, Kelly does a good job of that. Tim, the fullback, had a little trouble with that.
I like that they ran there and didn't throw. Get part of it back, make it a shorter situation here for Bauer.
Oh. Bauer dropped a snap from center, falls on it. It'll be 4th 10.
You mean in Random Lake didn't fall on the ball like Arizona State did last Saturday night? Or Sunday morning, as we could say?
Don't even bring it up.
4th and 9 from the 39.
4th and 9. What are we doing here, boys? We're going to go for it. Interesting.
Whistle, timeout, Sheboygan, Kohler.
Now we're going to punt. Oh, boy.
Chris doesn't like him wasting those timeouts. We slowed down a little bit here. The first 6-8 minutes probably of this first quarter just flew by.
Yep.
There's 1:31 left in the first quarter. It's 14-7 Crusaders.
7:26, but I'll be honest with you, Marty, it's like the fastest quarter we've had all season. And a beautiful night, too.
Yeah.
Look at the sunset.
It's a little more fall-like, but we like it. They got the windows out, so we catch a nice breeze.
First night of a west wind, too. Haven't had that yet this year.
Random, are they going to send someone back or not? Oh, they finally dropped somebody back a little, but now he creeps up. And they better, picking it up and running with it for Random Lake and scoring a touchdown is Nick Klein.
A lineman's dream.
Nick Klein showing some good speed.
And returned 48 yards for a Rams touchdown.
Oh, man. Here you're going to see it. Picking it up is Klein, number 72. And then he outruns the people chasing him.
Well, they weren't ready in the first place. They call a timeout. Then a mishandled snap.
Snap didn't look that bad. It looked like it got right to the body of the punter. He just didn't catch it.
Sailor's going in.
Ullman's kick is good. That ties the score at 14.
20 left in the first quarter. Random Lake Rams 14. Lutheran Kohler Christian Crusaders 14.
A healthy diet and plenty of exercise are keys to success, both on and off the ice. Teaching kids how to eat right will give them the fuel they need to be at their very best.
Growing bodies need lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy to be healthy and strong. A registered dietitian can work with your family to help you create nutritious meals you will love.
And don't forget to exercise for at least 60 minutes every day. Visit kidseatright.org for more information.
Back at Kohler High School, where Random Lake has just scored on a fumble return.
Lauren Horowitz back deep to receive the kick.
Yeah, Lauren Horowitz. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Another kickoff return for a touchdown, Chris. Bouncing to the outside is Horowitz, and he gets dropped at about the 36.
Can't make mistakes at Marty and win football games.
Nope. And these these are the kinds of things that have been happening to the Crusaders all year.
There you saw the routine, the return.
That's a backward pass. Making a catch and bouncing it to the outline was Brett Miller. That's a gain of 11 yards, first down. First down and 10. Second back through is Kelly. Slips by one tackler, but can't get past the other. Making that stop was Adam Rissy, but a good run.
Well, Caleb came in averaging 5.5 yards per carry, but I'll tell you, he's got some big yards tonight. It's just the first quarters were under a minute now.
Kelly again bouncing it to the outside, slips by another tackler and dives for the first down. Ball's going to be spotted on the 42-yard line.
42, 10 Crusaders.
Crusaders racking up some first downs, Chris. Fake to the first back, give it to the second back, but Random was not fooled. Making the stop was Chris Lewis. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So after one quarter of play, we're all tied 14 and 14.
You show your smile to the world every day, but nearly 4 out of 5 Americans say they would smile a lot more if their teeth looked better. The good news is, healthy teeth can be safely and affordably corrected at any age. Advances in orthodontics have made the treatment more successful and comfortable than ever.
Only orthodontists receive 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to learn the proper way to align and straighten teeth. To learn more, visit mylifemysmile.org.
See these hands? They grip the wheel of a Humvee in Afghanistan.
12 years. Flying choppers.
My hands? They're here for the person who fought in Afghanistan. I made the call and got support for my sister.
Mine take care of the person who flew those helicopters. And if life gets overwhelming, they're ready to dial the Veterans Crisis Line.
Confidential help is just a call, click, or text away.
Bye.
Jen, I'm here.
Okay, why are you wearing that?
Because we are going golfing.
I would, except I got a lot of stuff I gotta get
Oh
done.
no, no more to-do lists, no more laundry. We are gonna go have fun. I mean, we've always wanted to learn how to play golf, right? So, it's playtime.
Come on. Okay, what am I gonna wear?
You can learn how to play golf with 5 lessons from a PGA or LPGA instructor starting at only $99. Go to getgolfready.com, get ready to play.
Simple moments are what make every day count.
Okay, we've run 2 plays now. The first play during the break was an incomplete pass, made it 3rd and 9. The third down play was a run, and it only went for about 3 yards. That was Kelly on the carry. So it's 4th down and 8.
Looks like they're going for it, Marty.
Again. Last time they called a timeout to get the punt dropped. Quick out. Miller, we got a flag. He's got the first down. Now let's check out the flag.
What was the flag here? Oh, that better be on random. How can it be on us? I can't. The guy tackled the Lutheran kid.
Holding
I'd like to
on,
show, see this again,
Crusaders.
Marty. If you could show this again, Scott, if you could. Down the field, the Random Lake guy tackles. Watch here.
The guy's on the outside in green.
Throws it. Now watch right here. Whoa!
Oh, I think that was a hold.
On who?
On our guy. And then he got thrown down by
You
the
think
Random
so?
Lake guy. Yeah. All right, we're going to have another punt. Hopefully. Pressure up the middle. Kick is away. Making a catch at the 10-yard line or so.
He could go.
Yeah, he's on the loose. And tackled. Nick Horning is dropped by Miller. He was very close, Chris. You're right.
All the penalties tonight have been against the local team here.
Yeah, I was going to say that was over a 30-yard return. Rams got the ball back. Deppy's at quarterback. Horning, that wasn't Horning, that was Zach Sanfilippo sneaking through the line for about 3 yards.
Taylor Zastro from Lutheran, hobbling a little bit there, number 77. See him on the basketball team for Lutheran.
Brendan Deppy's ducks under center, fakes to the second back. He's got a receiver deep, and making the catch was big number 84, Andy Fetcher, and he's in for the score. Well, the fake in the line did it, Chris.
Yep. And he used that big target again, Marty.
Yep.
Coming into the game.
Andy Fetcher, 6'5" senior.
Yeah, here you'll see it, the fake. Holds the linebackers and whoop, right over the safeties. That's his first touchdown on the year, Marty.
That's surprising. Kick to the uprights is good. Makes it 21-14 Random Lake. 50-yard pass play.
50 remaining in the second quarter. Random Lake Rams 21, Lutheran 4, Christian Crusaders 14.
Hey, where'd I help you, Scott?
Help Ricky Rubio save a life at heartrescuenow.com.
Back at Kohler High School, where Random Lake has scored the last 2 times, Chris, they were down 14-7. Now they lead it 21-14.
And all that in about 2.5 minutes, Marty.
Kick by Holman is taken at about the 16-yard line. And we get another flag thrown in. Horowitz on the return gets dropped. Not much of a pickup there.
I didn't like that reverse, Marty. Fool you once, you won't fool them again.
They're telling their guys on the opposite side to hold their ground.
And another penalty.
It's on the Crusaders again.
Fifth, fourth.
A bunch. 2, 3. 3 for sure. There you see it. Hard to see where the penalty was. Anyway, 1st and 10, ball on the 17. Long field this time for the Crusaders.
Look out.
Deep ball is incomplete. Bauer looking for Horowitz, I believe that was.
2nd and 10 from the 17.
Eric Bauer, our quarterback tonight. Senior from Kohler, 5'11", 160 pounds.
Oh, getting through is Kelly. He puts the head down and rumbles forward out to about the 34-yard line. Nice run.
Caleb Kelly from Christian. Also plays basketball, I know that. There you saw some of the brain trust.
1st and 10, Crusaders around 33.
Tim is the up back. Quick out to Horowitz. He picks up a block, and Random Lake kid made a nice tackle in the open field. That was San Filippo on the stop. 2-yard pickup. Second down and 8. Wide to this side is Andrew Bryce. Handoff to Kelly. He's stacked in the middle of the line. Reed Acklam, one of the big guys in there.
I know they've been trying to run away from Reed. Big number 66 for Random Lake. Outstanding athlete, and I've watched him quite a bit tonight, Marty, and he seems to always be in the backfield. And they seem to run away from him a lot, which is a good idea.
Yeah, really. Reed is a very good baseball player, probably the best hitter in the ELC last summer, and he also does a little bit of pitching. Uh-oh. Oh, through the hands and not able to make the catch was Caleb Kelly. You talk about plays that should be made. There was one. That's a touchdown.
Well, he's going to get run off a little bit. Well, this was the play before, but I was going to say he got run off a little bit, but you're right, he should have had that one. Third punt attempt.
Hopefully it'll be the second punt. Random coming hard. Punt is away. Takes a good bounce. And it'll be downed at the 30-yard line.
Well, Marty, I know it's early, but probably need to stop the Rams here before halftime. We don't need them to score anymore.
Talking to Doug Bocchini prior to the game, he said they had the lead, I think it was 14-8 maybe, against Cedar Grove, and then the roof fell in.
Good
Hundley looking, finally, pretty good pursuit that time by the Crusaders, but Hundley with a good pickup.
Good effort. Very good effort. There's a lot of people here tonight, Marty. The fans
homecoming
come out.
tonight. That's
It's
part
stacked.
of the reason.
It's nice to see.
Horning gets it up to the 40. He's going to be close to the first down. Talking to Jenny Sinellis. I know she's married. I don't know what her married name is, but she said Big John might be here tonight. Haven't seen John yet. John was an all-stater from South High back in '62.
When you talk about Johnson Alves for a number of years, it was, you always try to think about, you know, great players in Sheboygan. His name was always brought up.
Yep, he's probably at the top or near the top of the list for sure.
You know, you think about guys or, you know, oh, you remember that guy or that kid or remember that player? He's one of those that, you know, you'll just never forget. He's a very quiet guy now, but I know you play buckets with him, but he'd get a little competitive.
He was a great basketball player. I mean, I saw him when I was in grade school. He was at South. He had over 40 points in a ball game. And, you know, you think about a big guy like him, but he had the most velvet touch you'd ever seen. 2nd and 7, pitch out to Horning. Cuts it back. He slips through the defense and has a first down. Boy, he showed good quickness in the hole. That was Anthony Sanfilippo, actually, or Zach Sanfilippo.
There's a player hurt here. Little slow coming off. Ethan Anderson here from Kohler. He's a big boy. A little slow. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Zach Sanfilippo looked really quick, Chris, when he got to the hole. He burst through there and got the Rams a first down. It's first down on the 50. 2 wide receivers out here to the right. Deppie Stucks under center, hands it to the first back through, and he's got a first down.
Well, the meat of the Rams are starting to take over. Starting to push that front line. Here you see the push.
12-yard pickup by Rissy. Ball on about the 38. Sanfilippo bounces to the outside and is knocked down. I believe that was Kelly on the tackle.
Down to about the 5-minute mark now. First half.
Pickup of 8.
2nd and short. We asked for a stop. We need one. How about a penalty or something?
Sanfilippo, the deep back. Give it to the first back through. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. No gain for Rissy. Maybe even a loss.
Tell you, those random kids fight for every extra yard and inch.
Wentz and Zastro combine to stop the game. 3rd and 2 Rams from the Crusader 30.
3rd down and a short 2.
Anderson back in the game. That's great.
Look for Sanfilippo to get it, following Rissy up the hole. Rissy got a lick on a guy. We get a flag fly in from way back. Sanfilippo's got the first down, but let's check out the penalty. Might be the first one against the Rams tonight.
2 flags came in, Marty. One from the back and one from the front.
Personal foul, face mask. Oh no.
Personal foul, face mask.
18-yard line. 12-yard pickup on the run by Sanfilippo. That may have been
it happened
but
earlier.
It didn't look like it.
Yeah, it happened earlier. But that's the second penalty around the 20-yard line against Sheboygan Lutheran Christian, which marches them all the way down to about the 5 or 6. Here you'll see it. It was right away, but
Ball is inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
8-yard line, first and goal, Rams.
There's 3:50 and counting left in the half. It'd be really great if we could keep him out of the end zone. Sanfilippo through the line, dives for the end zone, and he's in. He's been tough this possession, Chris, and he scored a touchdown on a nice run. Good blocking up front also.
Sanfilippo, his 4th touchdown on the year.
There you see a great push in the middle of the line. Rissy, one of the blockers. Kick by Holman is good with 3:35 left in the half. Random Lake doubles up on the Crusaders, 28-14.
America's service members and veterans are strong, forged out of bravery, sacrifice, and duty. Sometimes reaching out for help can be the most challenging and worthwhile mission of all. When you recognize something isn't right, make the call to the Veterans Crisis Line or Military Crisis Line. Dial 1-800-273-8255 and press 1.
Well, Chris, if this plays out like the stats we had prior to the game when we were talking about defense by Sheboygan Kohler, Random Lake is halfway to 56.
I thought about that before, Marty, but I wasn't going to say that.
You're
actually,
really
I
nice
thought
that
about
way.
it. I thought about it before they started to drive, actually, thinking that they'll be halfway if they score.
Oh, busting through is Miller. He's going to go. They're not going to catch him. All right. That makes up for the no game last year when they didn't have a team. Brett Miller on an 80-yard kickoff return. There you see him, right there.
I'll tell you, Nick Klein just kind of jogged down the field and then thought he was going to make a play, and by the time he got there, Miller was right by him. Another kickoff return.
80-yarder. Well, Horowitz had one. Miller, his running mate, said, I can get one too, and he did. Extra point is good. It's 28-21.
Did Miller have the first one too?
You're right. He's got 2 tonight. Horowitz had the long touchdown pass.
Yep.
If I ride, I will know the way the trees smell after the rain. I will grow a heart so strong that hospitals will take Tuesdays off. If I ride, road rage will turn into laughter, and oil tankers will haul chocolate milk. And I won't be a boy or a girl. I will just be a rider.
Ooh, another fake by the Crusaders. See if they do the pooch again. Maybe that's as far as he can kick it. Oops.
I'm telling you, that's the hardest play for the Rams. Why, I don't know, but they all run around there like, oh, somebody get on it.
I never had a kickoff return for a touchdown in high school, but my helmet did.
That was the smartest play your helmet made all year.
Eric Jewell couldn't find his helmet. He had to go out and do the kickoff return in my place, and slipped it on, got the kickoff, and took it back for a touchdown. Ooh, nice stop by the Crusaders. Horning not going anywhere.
Tim and Zastro complaining on the stop.
Horning should be well rested. San Filippo was on the field most of the last possession. Zach Broadbeck wide to the right. Pitch back to San Filippo, I believe that was. Nope, it was Horning. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play.
You see the stop there. Zach Neal on the tackle. Young man from Kohler.
Inside handoff, first down.
You think so?
Maybe not. You know, when he hit the ground, his knee was down, and then he pushed forward.
Timeout.
May not have had it.
Timeout. The LKC team. Easy for me to say. Be interesting what Coach Bickler does here. Here you'll see, Marty, the replay where his knee kind of falls down, according to the official. But
there you see Horning. He gets hit right there.
But his knee never does go down, Marty, until there. So that was
Neal.
a good spot.
Give him a gain of
But
2
where
yards.
the ball is, I think you were right on your situation there, but they put it down about where his knee was down, which is where the ball is when the knee goes down.
That's certainly a judgment call.
Well, if I'm Random Lake here, I'm going for it, I think. I know it's in a normal big game, Division I game, maybe not, but here, you know, a team that's given up 56 points a game, and you are averaging more than a yard a carry, and that's why they're going to punt.
Maybe they'll fake. Nice snap. Kick is away, taken at the 30-yard line by Horowitz.
Flag down again.
Oh boy.
I think.
I think he just threw his marker down where he caught the ball, Chris. Caught it at the 30. The return is out to midfield.
Hey, Phil, it was rigged. I hate you.
Will be placed at the 47. First and 10 Crusaders.
Ball is not at the 50. It'll be at the Crusader 47.
There was no penalty. It was just his marker. You're correct. A good return.
1:37 left in the half. Oh, nice catch on the out pattern. Miller cleared out the area, and then coming across the formation was Kevin Wilkins, and a good throw by Bauer.
Well, and good protection as well. Because like you said, he had to clear out, give a little time, and a nice pass. Here you'll see it. Well thrown, nobody in that area, and Wilkins with the big gainer. Just one timeout for LKC.
Kelly, the deep back. Blitz by Random Lake, picked up nicely by the Crusaders. Deep pass to Miller, he's open. Defender fell down and he's in for the touchdown.
Horowitz.
Horowitz? Yep, you're right. Bauer's got a nice arm, Chris.
Yeah, the defender fell down, had no idea that it was coming. That was Eric Holman.
Kelly's kick to the upright is good. And with 1:20 left, it's 28-28.
Lutheran Kohler Christian Crusaders 28, Random Lake Rams 28.
Honestly, dude, I did the most shocking thing today. It was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
Well, just like that, we're tied up. That didn't take long.
That's a big play there by Horowitz. I said he was 35th in yards in the state. Number 1 in receiving yards in the state is Stengel from North.
Really?
Yep. Noah Stengel is number 1 in totally receiving yards in the state. And this one's 35, so pretty good.
Another short kick, and Random Lake takes it at about the 31-yard line.
Well, we know
Rolling
that
on
Random...
it was Chris Lewis. Sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, you know, Random Lake doesn't like to throw it a lot, but they have had a lot of success with their tight end tonight. So let's make sure that number 84 is covered up.
There was 1:37 left when the Crusaders got the ball. It took them 17 seconds to score. 1:18 left now. Crisscross in the backfield. Sanfilippo has it going around the left end. He slips by a couple of tacklers before he's finally pushed out in Crusader territory inside the 45-yard line.
Kelly with the saving tackle there as well.
Here you're going to see him.
They got a big chunk on that right there.
19, 20, 25 yards.
Rams have 3 timeouts, Marty, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think they used one. Shotgun for the first time. Crisscross trying to go the other way. Not much doing for Sanfilippo that time.
Coach Pickler calls his first time out. 53 seconds remaining.
Order! Order! Ethan! Yes!
56 points and a half, Marty.
A lot of points. Gonna have to get the sharpener out. My pencil's getting dull.
And it's only 8:04. So pretty fast half.
It is.
Two bombs and 2 kickoff returns for KLC here.
I got Miller with an 86-yard kickoff return and an 80-yard kickoff return. And then you mentioned the 2 long passes, 33 and 40.
Screen.
Middle screen. Went the wrong way. Should have went to his left. There was an opening going that way. Rissy was stopped.
I think Coach Bickler's just going to take another timeout. Let a lot of time run off. About 4 or 5 seconds.
No gain on Chris?
Nope.
Wow.
You know, where were the linemen on that one, Marty?
There were some blockers. They were on this side. If he'd have went to his left, it was wide open.
I saw one block. I'm saying none of them should be downfield, but it looked like it was him and one other blocker in front. And like you said, he went to the right instead of going to the left.
Howard's Grove 40 to nothing.
What was that?
40 to nothing.
Cool.
Cedar Grove over
yeah,
Howard's.
They're the deal again. Coach Bickler let off about 4 or 5 seconds both times before his timeout.
South losing to Southwest, but it's only 6 to nothing.
Plymouth 28, New Holstein 0.
Plymouth on the loose again, 28 to nothing over New Holstein. I got 3rd and 9 on my sheet, but it's really 3rd and 10.
3rd and 9 from the 44.
Deppis in the shotgun again. Rolling left. Throws on the run. He's got his receiver, Sanfilippo, and he's spun down right at the 30-yard line.
I didn't like that setup for KLC at all. They didn't have enough guys covering up the receivers, and that's why one was wide open. That's a simple pitch and catch, and I don't know what they had planned there, but that wasn't the right thing, and a quick spike of the ball.
Random has 1 timeout remaining. Where is it? 2.
Red, how'd it go? How'd the elections go? You don't know yet? What'll you know?
So that was a spike, Chris? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. 1 timeout remain for Coach Bickler. He's had some tough years, 4 and 4, 1 and 8, 3 and 6. Before that, he had run off probably about 8 or 9 straight playoff bursts, including a trip to the state finals.
3 wide receivers off to the right. Deppy's rolling that way. He's got a wide receiver wide open. Making the catch was Dakota Cohn. He's knocked down.
Here you'll see it. Same play, other way. Good tackle there. Made by Korowitz, I believe it was. You're talking a long field goal for a high school kids here. It's at the 20, so 37 yards.
That'd be pretty deep.
I don't know if Random's going to take 1 shot into the end zone here. Maybe use their big, tall receiver.
Maybe they ought to try and quarterback sneak to the ball to the center of the field, spike it, and then kick the field goal.
Well, this is only 10 seconds. The Badgers at 18. The officials.
The linebacker for Arizona State made it seem like about 5 seconds. That's ridiculous.
That was.
Then again, just kick the field goal.
I thought about it too, but you had time. You did the right thing. It just didn't work out. I would have kicked it too, though, Marty.
Crusaders got numerous defensive backs deep. Random has.
They don't have enough back there, Marty. I'd rather have 6.
2 wide receivers off to the right and a couple backs in the backfield. And a flag.
I don't like this defense here by again, they only going to have 4 guys. The linebackers were froze.
Hey, Chris, I think that was it. The first penalty on Random Lake. Illegal procedure.
I'd only have 4 guys rushing, and I had 7 guys dropping coverage. That's just me.
I hear you.
There are not enough guys back.
Now the wide receivers are off to the left. Deputies look pretty good rolling left and throwing.
Looking.
Fake into the line, throw to the end zone is going to be intercepted. Horowitz making the interception at the goal line. Lutheran will have it. They'll probably take a knee. Forward directing traffic in the victory formation, Chris. Hey, it's tied. All right, we're at halftime with the score tied. Random Lake 28, Sheboygan Lutheran Kohler Christian 28. And it's time for homecoming festivities.
A child from foster care. Just being there makes all the difference.
Are you connected?
If you don't have access to internet, you aren't going to be able to take advantage of anything.
The internet is essential to the basics in life: housing, healthcare, employment.
I personally benefited from broadband because I was able to fill out different applications, and I'm pretty positive that I'll get another job.
To get connected, call 866-765-9118 or visit changeyourtomorrow.org.
If everyone had access to the internet, people's lives would be changed.
Connect today. Change your tomorrow.
The curfew you have imposed on me is an egregious infringement upon my social well-being and freedom. Speaking of freedom, it is preposterous to suggest that I have my homework done before playing video games. I know my rights. You can't tell me what to do.
Mom, Dad, you have 30 seconds for a response.
Does every conversation with your teen turn into a debate? Call the Boys Town National Hotline at 800-448-3000 or visit parenting.org. Trained counselors are on call 24/7 to help with parenting problems.
My diabetes tests me every day. It tests my parents, my friends, my gymnastics practice. But JJRF has my back. They're working hard to find a cure for type 1 diabetes, which for me would mean freedom. And they help me now with better treatments and new devices that make my life easier. The folks at JDRF test themselves every day, so someday I won't have to. JDRF, improving lives, curing type 1 diabetes.
Getting ready to wrap up halftime. We've got some halftime stats for you. Let's go with Random Lake first. In the first half, they had 120 yards rushing, 104 yards passing for 224 yards. Leading the rushers in that first half was Zach Van, let me get his name right, Sanfilippo. He had 7 carries for 64 yards. He had a 25-yarder in the second quarter. Leading the receiving corps for the Random Lake Rams, there you see us up in the press box, was big Andy Fetcher. He had 3 catches for 81 yards. Brandon Deppis was right on the money, hitting 6 of 9 passes. The only flub up was that interception at the goal line by Horowitz. For Sheboygan Crusaders, they had 55 yards rushing, 99 yards passing. The quarterback for Sheboygan, Eric Bauer, showed a good arm. He was 5 for 7 for those 99 yards. Horowitz was the leading receiver, 3 catches for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. The leading rusher and showing good speed and instincts was Caleb Kelly, 10 carries for 54 yards. Chris, you got some.
Well, that's interesting. Kelly's right at his average, 5.4. But one thing we talked about in the opening, and Marty made stress about this time of possession. Hopefully LKC stays in there with that, but that is not the case. It's almost 15 minutes of time of possession for the Rams and just 9 for LKC. Big plays have been the difference. I was down talking to Mr. Decker, Todd Decker, after we used the bathroom, and I could hear they were all pumped up. We're all ready to come out. They think they can win this game, and
hey, they got a great shot. Those kickoff returns were difference makers because they had Random Lake down, and then they came right back and scored 3 times in a row. That kickoff return tied up the ball game, the second one.
And LKC gets the ball first here, so I think it's important to always kind of have the lead. I don't want to be trailing. And with the ground attack of the Rams, I mean, they can start icing this a little bit if they get a little bit of a lead. So playing from ahead, I think, is a big, big key. Let's see if that's how it turns out when we get started here. Long halftime.
Yeah, the Crusaders are going to get the second half kickoff also. That second kickoff return by Miller brought the score to 28-21 Random Lake. It was the 40-yard touchdown pass where the defender fell down to Horowitz that tied up the score. The reason for the long halftime, by the way, is the halftime homecoming festivities.
And I was walking through and both went to my left to start to use the bathroom, came to my right through the students, and it is packed. I mean, it is a full house. All 3 schools well represented here, and
even Random Lake across the way has got a lot of people over there.
I like the hill over to the left over there where all the dads are figuring it out for Coach Bickler tonight.
All the assistant coaches can never have enough of those.
Nope.
Little pooch kick, returning the favor. Taking that ball and running with it was Andrew Kolwitz. And he gets it up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Andrew, a Christian student, a sophomore. I think the Rams don't want to mess with the return of LKC.
That's a good strategic move by Coach Bickler. Bauer ducking in under center. Caleb Kelly is the deep back, and we got a man in motion, Miller. Hand off to Kelly, he's through the line, he picks up a block downfield, and he's deep into Random Lake territory at about the 34-yard line.
Well, there's Caleb Kelly from Sheboygan Christian leading the way. He had, I think Marty said 54 yards at half. He was averaging 84 a game, so that'll put it pretty close.
26 yards on that play.
He's over 400 yards on the season.
Kelly trying to bounce it back. Random Lake did a good job of stuffing the line of scrimmage. Be a loss of a yard.
Uh-oh, and there goes the hanky.
Late penalty flag.
And what could that be all about?
Jesse Verbonik must have said something or was acting something. His hands were up and his mouth was probably going. And if you're going to have your mouth going, go to the other end away from the officials, because the officials were standing right there. And that's the first big penalty against Random Lake. My gosh, it's like 2 minutes. One at the end of the second quarter, now 1 in the first minute here. Now watch number 40 here.
Huh. It wasn't me. You got some splaining to do to the coach. Kelly trying to bounce it back into the middle, and he gets dragged down. Defenders in on the play were Rissy and Fetcher. Not much for Kelly on that play. Give him a yard.
28-28, 11 minutes left in the third quarter.
I like that play where they put the man in motion and ran it the other way. You know, that's a look that Random Lake hadn't seen in the first half. Second and 9. Ooh,
There's a begin.
Tim had his legs moving that time.
It's been a while since he carried the pumpkin.
Yeah, back in the first quarter, he had a carry.
Well, you got 2 downs to get 2 yards, boys. I think it would be very disappointing if they don't come out with their score. There's Todd Decker.
There you see him.
Telling Chuck Rogers to throw a flag for a 5-yard offside. Give us the first down. Pull!
Oh, Tim trying to muscle his way forward. Not much doing that time.
Decision time. Big play.
No, they're going to give him no gain. Got to go for it, eh, Chris?
Yep. Surprised they didn't go to Kelly there, but tried to fool them with Tim. I like the sweep.
Good block by Tim. Kelly rumbling to the end zone. Did he get in? No.
He runs
Great
hard.
block that time by Tim.
He runs hard, Marty. He gets a head of steam and
watch the block by number 30 right in the middle of your screen.
boom.
Ball on the 1-yard line.
Tim, the Lutheran, leading the Christian Kelly. What a block. I'd run that again. Run away from 66.
Quarterback sneak, not much, no push by the front line of the Crusaders.
See, that time he didn't look for that opening. He just tried to foul somebody and there wasn't any room. Still got 3 cracks, boys. At the, at least 2.
Yeah. The off-tackle plays seem to gain the most yardage. You're right on that last quarterback sneak. He didn't do anything nifty.
I'd rather foul that big Tim 240-pounder.
They give it to him. Is he in? They got it. Touchdown.
No.
It looked like the official in the end zone signaled touchdown, but now they're saying no. No gain by Alex Tim. See if you can tell.
I didn't see, well, they can't
He got
tell.
the ball off tackle. The defender pretty much did stand him up.
Can't get much closer.
3rd and goal.
I guess you call this the trenches.
Maybe Kelly will get it this time.
I don't know.
Give it to Tim. He's not going to get it.
Tim, the ball carrier, stop for no gain.
Go for it. What do you have to lose?
Got to.
What do you have to lose? You're 0-4. A lot of game left.
I'd like to see Kelly either on a sweep or off right tackle. Got to get it away from the middle of the field where the big defenders are.
I like a bootleg.
There's Kelly, and in, touchdown. I'll tell you, the side official on this side doesn't want to put his hands up. Got him up now, though. Kelly saying, "Hey, coach, what took you so long?"
Yeah, with Tim, push.
Yeah, another good block.
Yeah, I mean, that was your bread and butter to get there, and went back to it again, and finally got it across when it counted, 4th down. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Strong kick. I'll tell you, the kicker got laid out by
Can we see
Nick
the replay
Klein,
on that,
and there
Scott?
was no penalty, and he's still down.
Watch
this.
28 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Lutheran Caller Christian Crusaders 35.
Oh, no, that wasn't the kicker.
That was a blocker.
Good replay, Scott.
Yeah, great job. Scott Maloff, our director tonight. Richard Bartson giving you that shot. He's the up camera. Eric Wiesman on the field trying to avoid being hit by runners going out of bounds is our field cameraman. He gave you that really great shot a while back of the press box. And now for the real excitement, a kickoff.
It has been kickoff returns, onside kick
You know, you
by
had
accident.
talked about the return man being up. Look where they are now, up by the 20-yard line.
They're not up enough.
You might have a point there.
You might as well be up at the 30.
The fake again, and now they set up in their normal formation. Another poocher. Oh, and that lineman, big number 67, Jordan hopped. He couldn't wait to get it. But like Chris said back in the very first quarter, you're giving them a short field.
Jacob Mendez of LKC. Kohler got hit pretty good there. He's just a 5'5", 120 guy, and he took one to the belly.
Wide receiver off to this side is Ben Verhaeg. San Filippo takes the handoff, trying to bounce it out around the end. Able to avoid a couple of tacklers, picks up a few yards.
Well, I asked for the lead, Marty. We got it.
Yeah. Great
We're
job.
under 6 minutes. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter already.
Zach Brodbeck wide to this side. San Filippo, the deep back. He takes the pitch, cuts it off tackle, trying to rip by tacklers and does, and he's got the first down.
Ben Andringa on the tackle there. Held on. Ben's from Christian, number 52. Look at him sacrifice himself. Good job. That's all that weight room work.
First down at the Crusader 48-yard line. Deppis pitches it to Sanfilippo, who cuts it in, and he gets knocked down. Not much of a gain there. Looked like he might have fumbled, but that was not the case.
Zach Neal from Kohler on the tack there, along with Andringa. Watch this hit.
Boom.
Ploink.
Second and 8.
Zach Neal, a senior at Kohler.
3 wide receivers off to the left. Sanfilippo's got it. He avoids one tackler, and then he's gang tackled inside the 45-yard line. Getting off the bottom of the pile is Eric Bauer.
Nice safe play there. You'll see, though, Sanfilippo falls down. Whoop. And then catches it and eludes one tackler, and then a swarm of LKC players get him. Coach Zavada cheering his defense on. Make a play here, 3rd and 4.
Deppis rolling to his right, looking, fires deep. He's got a receiver. Good pass defense out there. I think that was Horowitz, and he knocked it away.
Yeah, and Horowitz just wanted it more. He had the better position the whole time. Not a very good effort by the receiver there of the Rams to do anything to get that.
And it was short besides.
Oh, it could have been picked off.
Yeah.
4th and 4 at the 42. What are the Rams going to do? You tell me, Marty. Get it? You?
Punt.
Rams? You?
Punt. Of course they're going for it, Chris. Pass over the middle. And
Money
you
man.
know who's got it? Fetcher. And he's dragged down inside the 30 to the 29.
Best weapon of the night for the Rams. He's a big guy, 6'5".
Yeah, he's imposing when you get him over the middle like that.
That's just a difficult thing. Nice, just a down and in kind of slant pattern.
Good
just
delivery by Deppis, too.
Yep.
3:30 and counting. Fake the Sanfilippo going deep again.
Interception.
Horowitz in great position. He makes the interception right at the goal line. He's out to the 30, 40, and is knocked out of bounds about the 41-yard line.
Coach Bickler should put that play in his back pocket and not use that anymore. That hasn't worked. I saw this going to be an intercepted right away, and it was.
Great return too, Chris.
Second interception of the night for Deppis, his first 2 of the season.
They're going to spot the ball right at the 40. That was a 40-yard interception return. So Christian has, Lutheran Kohler Christian has great field position.
Just the second offensive possession for Kohler Lutheran in the quarter.
Boy, they could go up 2 scores, Chris.
Oh my, that'd be sweet.
Kelly gets dragged down at about the 44.
There hasn't been a lot of incompletions and penalties, so the clock just keeps rolling.
There you're gonna see that play again. Pretty good blocking. Sanfilippo made a good play.
Alex Tim, just a sophomore from Lutheran, 6 feet, 240. And he's laying the wood.
Miller the wide out to this side. Bauer faking, and good tackle made out on the wing by Jesse Verbonik.
Kevin Wilkins was wide open in the middle of the field, and Bauer couldn't see him or get it to him, and then he had another shot at him, but you just couldn't get it there. Getting out of the pocket, not where Bauer has been strong. And that's a bad loss.
Loss of 11 on that play. Third down and 15.
Let's see if they attack Holman again, number 10. Oh, he got bumped right in front of the official.
And there is a flag. They're going to get Zach Sanfilippo for interfering with Caleb Kelly.
I don't know what this official's watching.
Of course, the flag was in the middle of the field.
Who knows? Legal man downfield, maybe. Because this lineman's way down the field.
Waving it off, no flag. So that pass goes incomplete.
Penalty marker has been picked up. No penalty on the pass.
Yeah, the penalty, or the, pardon me, the sack really hurt. It's going to be fourth down.
Just the third punt tonight for LKC.
Cronstedt's kick is away, not a good one, but he does get a nice bounce. And it stays in bounds, and it gets down to the 31-yard line.
Wow.
Hey, Chris, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Watch this, goes whoop, right in the air, and then rolls for about 20 yards. Okay, maybe 18.
It was a bunch, whatever.
Too bad they couldn't score there, but we still got the lead, minute and a half in the third.
I got that as being about a 34-yarder.
I got 34, Marty, written
that's
down.
That's not too bad, you know, all things considered. Sanfilippo remains deep in the backfield. You got to wonder if Horning is hurt. Sanfilippo trying to bounce it inside. He gets nailed and pushed back. Good fill that time. Miller, one of the kids getting off the pile along with Andrew Kolwitz.
Here you see the run. Sanfilippo was their leading rusher at about 104 yards per game. I think he was at 60-something, Marty said, at half. Horning was their second leader at a 95, so they both get the ball a lot. Under a minute. I just keep mentioning the time because I wanted to go faster, so you get an interview finally.
Blitz by the Crusaders. Passes through the hands of Jesse Verbanek.
I think any time that the Rams drop back to pass is a helper for the LKC team.
Definitely out of their comfort zone.
This one was right to the intended receiver, number 40, Verbanek. He just dropped it.
Third and 7 Rams from their own 34.
Big third down.
Ben Verhage wide to this side. He's way out here.
Get a stop, get a stop, get a stop. Nah, money.
Pass is to Fetcher for the first down.
That guy's money in the bank.
He's having a good night.
Yep. He is solid. Whenever they need something, they go to him.
That's a good option to have, isn't it? Second back is Sanfilippo trying to bounce it to the outside. Good fill and a nice tackle made by Crusader Eric Bauer.
That's going to be the end of 3, Marty.
Pretty quick third quarter.
He
gives Sanfilippo 3 on that play. It's going to be second down and 7. And that is the end of the quarter.
You're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Now you're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. Whether you smoke or not, radon can cause lung cancer. Protect your family. Have your home tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Radon problems can be fixed.
When I give you the signal, you two cut left to the flag. I'm gonna cover you from that tree over there. Remember, don't go for the flag unless you know the coast is clear, okay?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
Back at Kohler High School, there you see the Crusaders are up by 7, and they have the ball. Pardon me, Random Lake has the ball, trying to tie up the ball game. Lutheran did have the ball before with an opportunity to make it a 2-score lead, but the Rams held on defense. Second back through is Sanfilippo. He bounces it to the outside. He's got room to roam, and he's down to about the 40-yard line. Another nice run by Zach Sanfilippo.
Ashton Bauer lead the Crusader tacklers.
Well, LKC did a much better job of time and possession in that quarter. Just 5 minutes with the ball for the Rams.
Handoff to Horning, and he goes for big yardage.
Yeah, he's got
Nick Horning.
Fresh legs. And another Lutheran player down. There's been a lot of them tonight. We see a Horning.
Another 1st and 10 for Random Lake.
Could be Mueller. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. It's not Mueller.
Who do you got, Chris?
Michael Getch.
64. Okay.
Great to see the stands full this evening, folks. As you leave Evan Field tonight, we ask that you police the area around your seat, pick up any garbage you find, and get it in the proper receptacle.
Ball is going to be at the 30-yard line. 11-yard run for Horning. 1st and 10. Random Lake. Horning took the snap and is running with it. He steps over one tackler, cuts back to the middle of the field, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Wildcat formation. Deppes was lined up in the slot out on the right side. Horning took the direct snap and ran it in from 30 yards out. Extra point away from tying it up. There you see Horning. Watched a nice cutback right there.
Oh.
And then he gets spun around, but it was too late. The kick by Ullman is good, and we're all tied up with 11:02 remaining in the ball game at 33.
Christian Crusaders 35. Random Lake Rams 35.
This could be a bicycle. Or a bat. This could be a robot. Or an airplane. This could be a playground. This could be a book bag.
Or a soccer ball.
This could be a book. This could be beautiful. This cannot be trash. This can all be recycled. Learn more at thiscouldbe.org.
Back at Kohler High School, where Random Lake has just scored to tie up the ball game at 35. Again, a formation that Lutheran hadn't seen, Chris, that Wildcat. And Horning took it in.
Yeah, he's got fresh legs.
Ball picked up at the 25. And short return out to about the 33 or 34 yard line.
Good shot by Eric. There, Knuth.
Eric Wiesman on the field camera. We mentioned that before. Richard Bartson up on top. Scott Maloff doing the directing in the truck and giving us these wonderful replays. He's got that little dial with the slow motion stuff, and it's very impressive. And then there's us. Chris Wright on color. Mike Martin, that's me on the play-by-play. And we got a timeout.
They did not have enough guys on the field. And
well, we got to announce next game is going to be next Saturday when Preble comes to North for their homecoming. That'll be a Saturday game. Starts at 1 o'clock. We'll be live from Urban Field, either on Charter or the internet, either way. And replay times will be a little different.
we saw Preble already this year. They got a nice quarterback.
Yeah, they had some good athletes, especially on the offensive side.
But,
we are looking, us, WSCS TV, we're looking for our second win of the year. First win, yeah. Notre Dame beat South in that first game. All right, 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Score is tied, 10:57 left in the ball game. He launches one deep to Miller. He's got it, and he's knocked down at the 40-yard line. Again, very suspect pass defense.
But that time, Bauer took a hit late. He scrambled away and delivered the pass. I watched the pass, but he's a little bit slow getting up.
Only the second catch by Miller.
I think they're going to hand it off this time.
Quarterback needs a rest.
Yeah, it is.
Kelly is the deep back. Oh, right through, untouched, comes the Random Lake defender, Adam Rissy. A blitzing linebacker. Well, it hasn't been very often that the Crusaders have been hit for a loss, Chris.
Andrew Bryce comes in, the junior from Kohler, number 15.
He's kind of a tall kid, isn't he? Tall and lean, 6'1", 165.
Horowitz is their guy, number 4. He's on the far side.
Bauer straight back. Pump fake, he's got his receiver wide open, Kelly, and he's tackled right near the first down. It'll all depend on the spot.
Just a little wheel route out of the backfield. Kelly came into the game with 11 catches. There you see it, runs it right out of the backfield. He's bumped by a Ram receiver, or lineman, but no penalty, but he still makes the catch.
Ball is spotted on the 30-yard line. 13-yard pickup.
We need the lead, Marty.
Pitch out to Kelly. Tries to go wide. and then he heads up, he's going to get stopped for no gain.
Yeah, that was a sweep, which worked tonight, but that time the Rams kind of strung it out, and he was so deep in the backfield that even when he went forward, he got nothing. You know what could be a good play right now would be a reverse.
Yeah, he might, especially going to the wide side.
Yep.
You know, run the sweep
Kelly
here,
and then
then
Horowitz
give it
back.
to Horowitz going the other way.
Yipper. Because the Rams are over pursuing now.
And Horowitz in the
Here
slot.
they come.
Out pattern, diving attempt is made by Bryce, I believe. It goes incomplete. Miller was the intended receiver.
Well, you're in two-town territory. They're not going to punt from here. Just missed.
I like your idea. Bauer calling the signals in the huddle. He'll duck under center. Tim the up back, Kelly the deep back. Quick out. Oh, he got it over to Horowitz. Trying to get around the defender, but pretty good pursuit by Random Lake. Kept him from breaking open.
I think
the same thing you did.
That could have gone the other way. Here he jumps a route. San Filippo, and I don't know how he did that one. 4th and 5. 8:10 left. It's not the biggest play, but it's a key play.
Bauer out
Got
pattern.
him.
Oh, just over the head of Miller.
He had him, but I still think he would have been a little short of the first. It would have been close. Oh, that's an owie.
Well, at least they moved it down, Chris. Got it pretty deep into Random Lake territory. It all comes down to the defense. We're just under 8 minutes left in the ball game. Tied at 35.
Well, the LKC has had it 3 times, and they had 1 touchdown, a punt, and a turnover and downs, and that's just not getting it done enough, I think, tonight.
Pitch back.
Oh.
San Filippo kind of lost his balance, and that was just enough for the Crusaders to keep him from gaining any yards.
The way it was slipping down, I thought there'd be a loss, but he kind of fell forward. Here you'll see him slip, but he still lunges for about 2-3 yards.
To get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, darn it. Every yard's important.
You got that. Looks like we've got the Wildcat again. Deppis is the wide receiver to the right.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
Stack it up. Good defense that time. In the middle of the pile with the initial hit was Taylor Zastro.
Tim almost had him, but he kind of probably allowed it to slow it up just a bit, and that's allowed the other LKC guys to come.
3rd down, long 9. Wide receivers left and right. San Filippo, the lone back.
Here.
Fake handoff to him. Good pressure, and the pass goes incomplete. Good pressure up front by big number 72, Ben Andringa.
We mentioned his name a number of times. Andringa from Christian, but forcing a punt.
Yeah, we haven't seen that very often.
Just the 3rd punt. They haven't punted since the 1:37 of the 2nd quarter.
Horowitz and Miller back deep. Getting ready to kick it is Nick Horning. Good snap. Kick is away. Miller calling for the fair catch and has it right at the 45.
Fielded by Miller. Be marked at the
I don't mean to state the obvious, Marty, but with the possessions, each team has only had it 3 times, or it's a 6:22 left in the game. You probably, if you're Lutheran, Kohler, Christian, only going to get the ball 2 more times. You need to score on one of those 2. Random may only get it 1 more time.
Yeah, you're right there. All comes down to defense, really, for both teams.
And they're really flooding the box, the Rams.
They're blitzing, and I think we're going to have illegal procedure on the Crusaders.
illegal procedure to call against the Crusaders.
Random Lake has spotted something, Chris. You know, that blitz has been pretty good for them here in the second half, and they're going to it. What do you do to counteract it?
Well, on the counter, you have one-on-one coverage where it seems like LKC has a big advantage over the secondary of the Rams. So if you could isolate one and maybe get a fly pattern, a quick drop, and like a fly pattern, you might be able to burn them.
Pitch out to Kelly.
He wants to throw it.
Oh, and he's dropped. A nice play out on the wing by Zach Sanfilippo, doing it on defense that time.
And we're heading north, and that's not the direction we want to be heading.
Got that right.
You see here, he wants to throw, but there was a charging Sanfilippo that smelled that one out. And now we have second and a long, long way.
21 yards. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. Actually, the 34. Bauer back, looking. He's got a receiver, Horowitz. He's going to be short of the first down. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. What a nice play.
Yeah, and it makes it much more reasonable to get third and about 6 than third and 21. A nice pass again there by Bauer. Bauer, the senior from Kohler, number 20. Eric Bauer had a nice night.
Bauer 2 steps back, fires
First
the out.
down.
He's got his receiver, Horowitz. And he's knocked down inside the 40-yard line. They can't cover him.
That's the attack place, number 10, the sophomore, Eric Hold'em of Random. He struggled all night. And you got your number 1 receiver over there.
Horowitz caught it on the top of his shoulder pad.
That's why I said first down.
First and 10 from the 37-yard line.
We're down to 4:49, Marty.
Only 1 wide receiver on this set. Hand off to Kelly, off tackle. He's got running room. He dives forward inside the 30-yard line. He's going to be close to the first down.
Gain of 9 on the play. Second and 1 for the Rams.
Nice run. Here's the replay. Look at him, just legs flowing. Looks like a gazelle.
And it was off tackle again, Chris. I like that play. It gets him away from some of those big interior defenders.
Thought he was a gazelle running through the Serengeti Plains.
You're a poet and don't even know it.
That's gonna be close, Marty.
Kelly short. They're signaling to stop the clock.
That's a good thing. What are you gonna do? Measure it or give it to him? Good call by the official to stop the clock and bring out the chain gang.
You know who else should have stopped the clock? The Big 12 officials.
Mike Lightpalm's running across the field.
tug on it from the north end.
They don't let him spot it.
Ooh, he's got it by a lot.
And Light Bomb signals first down. Just in case the officials forgot, Mike decided to.
First down.
Rolling.
Yep, down to under 4 minutes, 3:58. Timney up back. He's throwing some great blocks tonight. See if he can get
There's
another
one.
Kelly gets thrown back.
It's that San Filippo.
Nick Klein was the second defender that got him thrown back. But he did pick up a yard.
You have 2, 2nd and 8.
Clock running.
This is slow.
Yeah, they're
This
taking
is
their
slow.
time. That's okay
Coach
as long
Savada
as you
better
get
be
the
watching.
snap off in time.
Yep.
Hand off to Kelly.
Other way.
Yeah, not a good block that time by, I think it was Tim, or was it one of the linemen? But Kelly didn't have a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, they haven't run that way for a while.
We have 2, 3rd and 6 from the
Yeah, the end out there missed the block. Didn't hold it enough.
2:30, counting.
Set at the line of scrimmage.
2 chances.
Power under center.
To get 6 yards, boys.
Kelly again.
Interesting.
Following Tim. He picks up a pretty good chunky yardage on that gain, on that carry. It'll be 4th and short.
Rissy leads the Ram defenders on the stop.
Gonna be about 3rd and 3, maybe, Marty.
Ball spotted right on the 20-yard line.
Minute 50. Once again, that outside blocked it, was not held enough. Got to get that to hold a little bit, Wilkins. A little longer. It's twice in a row now. Your guy got him. We're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run a little bit and call a timeout.
Good decision, because what you're doing is you're running the clock. If you don't get it, you don't give Random a lot of chances either.
Well, tell us the play you want.
What do I like? Man. Coach Holzheimer was being asked there by Coach Savada too. Yeah. I like Kelly behind Tim, but the passing game to Horowitz has been there too. So, you know, 3 yards is a long way.
You know what we haven't seen in a while is a sweep. We haven't run that.
I always get nervous about a hold.
Yeah,
they've
right
had
there.
that a couple times.
And given the fact that Random has gotten pretty good penetration this 4th quarter, I'd be leery of running a reverse too.
Right.
Although it wouldn't be bad getting it to a kid like Miller or Horowitz.
Yep. Yeah, I think you'd fool him. I think you would fool him. But I think I would go Kelly behind Tim, going to my right. That's what I'm thinking.
Tim is the up back, Kelly the deep back, Bauer dropping back, looking, throwing the out pattern, and dropping the ball was Miller. Tried to run with it before he gathered it in. Look at his helmet.
Anything
kind of turns upfield as the ball is arriving.
A young man can feel is to drop a ball where end of a game where you could win the game. Feel bad for Brett. Hear from Kohler.
Yeah, those things happen.
Oy.
All right, 3 wide receivers off here to the right. Deppis is in the shot. Check that, Horning in the Wildcat again, and he runs it forward, gets it outside the 25, give him a gain of 6.
Nothing there. Random Lake just letting that clock roll.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4 for the 26.
It'll be under a minute when the ball gets snapped, Marty.
Yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
Horning gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe 3 or 4, close to the first down. Gained a little more than I thought he did.
Interesting. The clock's just running. Coach Bickler seems like he just wants to play for overtime, Marty, which I think is an advantage for Random.
Second back through. Bouncing to the outside is Horning, and he's knocked down, but he's got the first down. Clock stops with 19.9 seconds left.
I don't know why you would call timeout now. I don't know that strategy, Coach Bickler.
Well, I can see it, Chris, from the standpoint that you've got the ball and you've got first down. You could maybe get a couple of long passes in.
Well, you're going to need a breakaway now from 70 yards away. And I mean, if you're going to go, you go. If you're not going, you don't go. I mean, they had a minute. They started this at a minute 23, and they ran off a minute 4 seconds, and you've gained 10 yards, and now you call timeout. Are you playing for overtime, or are you trying to win the game in regulation? Pick a side. Which are you going?
That's the coach.
Well, what's he doing? Why
Hey,
would you call timeout now?
You're the analyst. Be analyzing, baby, and you are. I like it.
Now they're going to Hail Mary, and Lutheran better be dropping people back. If I'm number 20, Eric Bauer, I'm way back at the 30, not at the
Horowitz,
50.
Bauer, and Miller are the 3 safeties, deepest defenders.
They're not deep enough. They're not
Deppis
deep
back,
enough.
looking, under pressure. Throw is intercepted. No, they're saying he was out of bounds. 13.5 seconds left.
Now, even if he catches that ball and he's stopped at the 45, he's only got 13 seconds left. That's why I say it was a little early.
Fetcher was the intended receiver. Can you imagine that? He's got quite a few catches on the evening.
Random, not a throwing football team. They're going trips left.
Fetcher has 5 catches tonight so far. Horning ducks through, trying to get a first down. He gets driven out of bounds outside the 40. 6.5 seconds left. He's going to be close to the first down. Random calling their second timeout. Horning doing a lot of ball carrying here in the fourth quarter. Sanfilippo only has 2 carries. Horning has 7. It was pretty much reversed in the third quarter when Horning had 5 carries and, Sanfilippo had 5 carries and Horning had none. But you said coming in, Sanfilippo was the leading ball carrier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most yards. He had 104 average and Horning 95. That's a long time out.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know those commercial breaks from TV draw out the game. All right, 2 wide receivers off to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Deppies. Inside handoff to Sanfilippo. He's looking for the corner. He has it. He's on the loose. He's not going to get the touchdown, and that runs out the clock down near the 30-yard line.
And Coach Bickler with a timeout in his pocket. How do you like that? Maybe you should have used your timeouts earlier, Coach.
Yeah. Got a good point there, Chris.
We're going overtime, Marty.
Yep, OT. Explain to our viewers how the overtime works, Chris, because it's a little different than college football.
Well, each team's going to get a crack. It is like college, actually, Marty.
Well,
it's not like
except you don't get it at the, was it the 25 or 35? You get 25. It at the 10? No?
I thought you get it to 25.
Well, that's, I don't know.
I thought you got it at 25, but either or.
We'll find out.
Yep. You get to, your goal is to win the coin toss. And when you win the coin toss, you would prefer to play defense so you know what your offense needs. And then I believe it's reversed for the next time in high school.
It's been a while since we've had an overtime game here on WSCS.
Fans in the overtime,
each team will get a possession. We're just not quite sure which yard line they're going to get it at. And there is a coin flip prior to the possession to determine who gets it first or second. Before we get to the toss at midfield, our next game will be next Saturday, September 28th, when Preble comes to Urban Field at Sheboygan North. It'll be Norris homecoming. It'll be a 1 o'clock start, and we look forward to bringing you that ball game. And then I believe October 4th game, Chris, when Manitowoc comes to South, that's South's homecoming. So we got 3 homecoming games in a row. Referee talking to the players at midfield, explaining the situation. This is heads, this is tails. If it stands on end, we'll do it again.
Yeah, let's go! Yeah!
Looks like the Crusaders won the toss. Random Lake gets the choice of which end zone they want to go to first. Geez, ref, I don't know. The coach didn't tell me what to do. He just said win the toss.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, they
deferred. Random Lakes gonna get it first. And it looks like they're gonna go to the south end zone.
No, they don't. That's not what you do if you defer. You just say we're playing defense. That's what I think they're discussing. You don't defer. You won the toss. You say we're on defense.
It's hard to tell if the defense is going out there or the offense because it's all the same kids basically anyway. And it looks like they're going to get it at the 25, just like I told you they were going to.
You said the 10. I said the 25.
Deppies is at quarterback. San Filippo is the deep back.
I got a comment about...
San Filippo breaks one right up the middle. He's inside the 10-yard line.
I got a comment for you, Marty. Look at number 12, Brandon Deppies.
I know what you're going to say. You're right. Brand new, clean jersey.
Yep. When he came out for the toss, I'm like, is this somebody off the bench that hasn't played? I got to look closer, and it's number 12. He's got a clean jersey. He's as white as he came out here, his shirt.
Right. He got dirtier in warm-ups.
I knew this would not be good.
San Filippo's in the end zone. Drags a tackler with him in 2 plays.
Yep. I was afraid of that.
Random Lake has scored.
That's why you had to score when you had the ball in that last possession, because I think overtime favored the Rams, and I think Coach Bickler thought the same thing with his horses in the backfield.
So San Filippo pretty much got the 4th quarter off. He takes over in overtime. 2 carries, has 25 yards and a touchdown.
Now this is big, Marty.
Yep, you're right. Although Holman has been spot on with his kicks. And penalty.
Roughing the
that
kicker.
could be 1st and 10
Uh-oh.
at the 40-yard line.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm afraid of. Now in overtime, do you put it at the 40?
If it's a 15-yard penalty, I would think.
I don't know what, it is on a kickoff, but this isn't a kickoff. This could be a big penalty. Yep.
Get it at the 40.
Maybe. Running into the kicker.
Penalty is running into the kicker against the Crusaders.
I think,
Whoa,
I'm
it's
not
only a
sure who the kid
5-yarder.
was, but that's twice now he almost had the extra point blocked. You know, there was one earlier when a kid got through for the Crusaders but missed it.
Well, you just have 5 extra yards. Let's hope that doesn't
That's
cost
all?
them. That's surprising.
Yeah, really. Okay. Second possession to the Crusaders, but they're going to start at the 30 because of the penalty. Kelly, basically no gain.
Reese jumping it. The Rams are just, you know, run blitzing. Watch those linebackers, as Marty mentioned, in 4th quarter, just coming right through there. They're just sending the house every time. Are you going to run or throw?
Rissy was the guy that made the stop that time.
They're going to let Bauer try to beat him with his arm if he has time to get it off.
Horowitz and Miller are at the bottom of your screen. Good blocking up front. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the Rams.
That, or you have someone didn't run the right route because you had 2 guys in the same area. You don't mind running in the same area, but you should have a depth difference. One should be maybe at the 30 and one at the 20.
Yeah,
but they were both at the 25. They split the difference.
Good point, Chris. One guy could cover both of the Christian or the
And there was 4 or 5 white shirts in that area. And now we're getting into trouble land here, 3rd and 10.
Bauer straight back. Pitch out to Kelly. He makes a nice catch. He's got the first down at about the 12-yard line.
Shoestring catch. Juggling, juggling, juggling. How about that clutch play? Bauer to Kelly. On his back heels. The senior from Kohler, Bauer, delivering to the Christian receiver, running back.
Ball spotted on the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Can get a first down.
Price hustling out to his spot. Miller in motion.
There's that sweep.
Sweeping.
We're in motion. Coming back.
Yep. I think we got illegal procedure. Or 2 guys in motion. Illegal motion.
Yep, legal shift. You're right, Marty.
Illegal shift is the call against the Crusaders.
It'll be 1st and 15 from the 18-yard line.
Two penalties on what is the biggest offensive drive of the ball game.
18-yard line, 1st and 15.
It's a 42-35 Random Lake on top. They scored on their first possession in the first overtime. Miller and Horowitz are wide right. Bauer straight back.
No.
Pass is woefully short. Incomplete to his intended receiver. I think that was Wilkins.
There's 2 guys over here as well. Off his back foot. Tough to get any strength on the body there when you're off that back foot, and that's why it just kind of fluttered, like Marty said, to the ground. Well, you still got 3 chances for 15 yards. Can still get a first.
Do you dare run it?
I think we're going up in the air now every time. There it is.
Pass over the middle. He's got his receiver. Miller knocked out of bounds near the 5-yard line. That time he kept his eye on the ball. That was Horowitz, actually. See if we can get a look. Yeah, nice catch, good run.
Placed at the 6-yard line.
You can get a first.
I was going to say this opens it up. You can run or pass now.
I'll tell you, they throw it, it's going to be a TD. Well, here's where I might throw it to the back and let him take off. Use his legs. Quick.
Quick out.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
He's got a first down, Chris. He's at the 1-yard line. Miller with a good catch, kept his eye on the ball that time.
I like that play.
Hey, when we score, do we go for 2?
Absolutely, not even a doubt. No other questions in my mind. They're going for 2. I wasn't waiting for you to ask me. I was going to tell you after they score. No doubt about it. You're going for 2.
Hand off to Kelly.
Push,
Gets
push.
hit pretty hard. Did he get in? They're going to say no. He's very close, though.
I'll tell you, the official nearest by us here, Marty, can't be any closer to the line, meaning the end zone.
Second down.
Second and goal from the 1.
Get the snap from center. Timney up back, Kelly the deep back, Bauer, pardon me, touchdown.
They're going for 2. Here we go, Marty, they're going for 2. Good call, Coach Zavada. I'm behind you all the way. Win or lose, great call. He wants to get out of this rain and cold and wind and
with a wind.
There is no wind. It's not
a
cold.
Wind. A wind.
I know you said.
Bryce out, Miller in.
Warm up that microphone, Eric.
The play of the game right here.
Don't call time, though. Get up there and call it. Coach Bickler might call timeout. Coach Bickler's looking at the set. Calls timeout. Absolutely.
Random Lake calling the timeout once they saw the setup by Christian. Lutheran Christian Kohler. Now, I've always, wondered, you usually see that in basketball, and they're going to throw the ball in at the end of the game. So you call timeout after they set up. Why doesn't the team just come out and set up something a little different?
Right.
I mean, you usually have at least 2 plays that you can run on an inbounds.
What you do here is you saw the set, and if you're Coach Bickler, you should have notes when they're in the set. This is generally what they like to run.
Right,
so you
but my point is now you come out and you
run
a different set.
But if you're, Sheboygan Lutheran Christian, hopefully you have a play set up just for a situation like that. Here is our 2-point play that's going to win the game for us. Or you just go with your bread and butter and give it to Kelly behind Tim.
The one thing about throwing your short pass is there's not much room. The defenders don't have to go back very far, so they can cover the short pass a little easier. Horowitz is wide to the left. Miller is wide to the right. Kelly is your deep bat. Bauer's going to duck under center with Tim the up back.
Run right. Lead the way. Passing. Running.
He gets tripped up. Nice play made by Random Lakes Trent Gutsucker, and Lutheran Christian drops homecoming by a score of 42 to 41. Tough loss, Chris.
Well, talk about a team that got blown out 78 to 22. They came out with a lot of heart today, Marty, and we're 2 yards away from winning the ball game.
Great effort by both teams, really. Random Lake played a nice game. The Crusaders got what they needed, Chris. They had the possession in the second half for the most part, but just couldn't quite pull it out. One more time, Random Lake a winner, 42 to 41. Our next game will be next Saturday when Preble comes to Sheboygan to play North. For the crew and my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.